All right, if you're on the Qualtrim website, you're probably interested in checking out this software. This is custom tailor-made software that me and another developer that I've worked with previously have developed over the past year. And the reason that I developed this is because with my portfolio that I show on YouTube all the time, you know my thoughts on investing. I like to build a secondary stream of passive income that will grow over time into enormous amounts of passive income that will hopefully someday subsidize my cost of living, subsidize my life, right? That's the whole goal of this. Unfortunately, when I look at M1 Finance, it has information on your portfolio. I can look at my holdings and my returns, but it doesn't give you a lot of information specifically about the growth of your passive income. I can look at the past month and see that I've earned $333 in dividends, or even the past quarter and see that I earned $1,300. But that's about it. And that doesn't give me it doesn't give me a good gauge of my progress. So what I did was I created Qualtrim based around viewing your progress over time. So this isn't a generic stock information website like Yahoo Finance or Seeking Alpha. This is specifically about your progress in growing passive income and eventually getting to financial independence and financial freedom. Now, let me give just a brief overview of the website. And again, this is constantly being developed. We're pushing out updates all the time. We're going to have new features, new graphs, new things added to it continually. Every single month, you're going to see more and more stuff. But right now we have the portfolio dashboard. This is like the homepage of the website. It has your value, your yield, your annual, monthly, daily dividend income. This is all your dividend income. And it has hourly wage as well, which is something that I haven't seen anywhere else, which is a breakdown of my passive income as if I was working 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, no vacations, no PTO, no holidays or government holidays, nothing. Just 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. This is how much my dividends would be earning. $3.26 an hour. That is a good hourly wage for passive income. And I think that that's just such an awesome metric to look at. I want to get this to $10 an hour. So it's as if I have a $10 an hour employee going out and working for me completely full time. At least in the US, that is full-time work. So that is one cool gauge, but there's more cool stuff to this website. We have a historical chart that shows you your portfolio value over time, because part of the goal is just amassing more wealth, growing your portfolio over time. If you have passive income, this tends to be the result of it. But we also have some other things that are pretty cool. Here is the holding weighting. This is a breakdown of every single stock in your portfolio and the current value of it stacked up against each other so that you can see them side by side. And that can give you an idea of your exposure to different stocks. I can see from this that I have a lot of exposure to Apple. It's nearly double the size of my next biggest holding, which is currently JP Morgan. Do I want this much exposure to Apple? Well, that was a deliberate choice in this case. But regardless, I can see the holding weighting of every single holding in my portfolio and the current value of it stacked up against each other. We go into the income weighting. So in the same format as the holding weighting, this shows you the income of every single holding, the dividend income, based off the trailing 12 months. So it looks back. The software looks at every one of your holdings. It looks in the past year. It sees how much they paid in dividends in the past trailing year, and then assumes that they'll pay the same amount next year. And that is what this is. So I can look and see that in the past year, based off the amount of shares I have, Jeppy would have paid me $1,300. And likewise, Vici would have paid me $937. So if Vici pays the same, I'll earn this much. If Vici raises their dividend, then I'll earn more. And if they cut their dividend, obviously I'll earn less. But this is a projection based off of the trailing year. Now, we also have your income growth. This shows you the dividend income of your portfolio every single month. So I update this once a month. I just put in how much I earned in dividends. I add it up real quick. Takes me a couple minutes, and then boom, I have this beautiful graph showing me my growth in passive income month over month. And you can see that even though it's a little bit up and down, it's a little bit of a wave over time, the gradual increase in dividends is what's very motivating. That's the reason that I kept track of this. I kept track of this stuff even before YouTube. For an entire year when I was investing, I had a spreadsheet on Google Sheets, and I kept track of every single dividend I was paid every single month. And it was so motivating to see this go up over time. It just was encouraging to put more money into the portfolio, to buy these seemingly boring stocks that just produce so much cash flow. They are such resilient companies. They're around for generation after generation. And I keep accumulating these assets. They keep paying dividends, and you can see the growth of it over time. This is a very motivating graph to me. I wanted to make it better. I wanted to take it off of Google spreadsheets. I wanted to make it easier to update, and that's why I created this software. We have another graph that shows a similar thing, but in a little bit different of a way. This is more of an eagle eye view. This is year over year. So every year from 2018 in light blue to 2019 in dark blue, then we have 2020 in light green and 2021 in dark green. So from left to right, it's the year you started to the current year. And if you just started, it will be one bar. But from left to right, it shows you your year over year performance with your income. So I can look at this and say in May of 2018, I earned $21. In May of 2020, or in May 2019, I earned 97. In May of 2020, I earned 218. And then in May of 2021, this year, I earned $525. So that is rapid growth with this. Now, obviously, in order to have this type of growth, you have to be contributing to your portfolio continually. You have to be building it up aggressively, and you have to be reinvesting dividends because you earn dividends in 3 different ways. Companies pay them. The more shares you own, the more they pay. Companies raise their dividends. And then when they pay their dividends, you reinvest it. So those 3 basic things of depositing, reinvestments, and raising of dividends makes it so that this chart increases rapidly. And this has been a work in progress. But these are the 4 basic graphs right now. Let me just say that very soon there's going to be 2 more or 3 more graphs added. And I think they're going to be pretty awesome. There's going to be one that shows a bar chart of every single upcoming dividend payment that's officially declared. That's going to be in the top left. Then we're going to have a graph that's your actual growth rate year over year. So you can see, am I growing my dividends by 20% this year or 30% or 50%? It's very cool information. It's like a company. Is a company's revenue growth 15% or 20%? That's something you want to pay attention to. So with my portfolio, I want to look at that as well. So we're going to have another visual here as well. That will be added to it. And then below, we have basic information about every one of your holdings, the percent change and the total value change. So with Apple, I'm up 41% on just a basic how much I bought, what I'm up currently. That's $15,000. And then we have my dividend payments. With Apple, it's $74 a quarter. Pretty good dividend payment for Apple. That's a low yielding company. But I can see that information here. Now, there's a whole nother page. This also has some pretty cool information. This has a whole breakdown with an actual bar chart that shows you every single month your projected income that month. So I can see that in September, I'm projected to earn $507. Now the little orange part here, the tan part that says 153, that's what's officially declared. So that's not projected. Those are the companies that have already said, we're paying this much. In September, I have $153 that's officially declared. And then every one of the blue bars are ones that are estimated future payments. Based off of last year, this is what I should earn this year if the companies pay the identical amount that they paid last year. And I think that that's conservative because overall, good dividend paying companies, they raise their dividends by about 6 or 7% a year. So this actually should be an underestimation. And if you're adding these dividends back into the portfolio, it should even be bigger as well. So this will adjust over time as you update Qualtrim. These bars will adjust to reflect the new estimated payments. Below this bar chart is a actual table of your upcoming dividend payments by company with the exact amount based on your share count. So with Visa, I own 23 shares. That's a $7 quarterly payment. With J&J, I own 13 shares. That's a $14 dividend payment. The dark gray one means that it's already paid. And it says it right here. Visa is already paid because that was September 1st and we're past September 1st. And then we get into the ones that have not been paid. Those are the ones that are not grayed out. The ones that say orange declared here are officially declared. These aren't estimated. These are ones that the companies have officially declared that they're going to pay. So we have all of that additional information here. The portfolio monthly estimation graph. We have on the portfolio page your holding weighting, income growth month over month, year over year. And we're going to be adding more visuals to this as time goes on. And I think the important part about this is we all know that there's a lot of websites to get generic information about stocks. There's Yahoo Finance, there's FinViz, there's Seeking Alpha, there's Google Finance, there's Y-Charts, so on and so forth. There's a million websites where you can get the PE ratios, you can get the price to sales, you can get the revenue growth of a stock. But I think what's really important is to stay motivated and stay the course when investing. And this is what does it. This is what keeps you motivated. At least it works with me. When I look at these graphs, it keeps me incredibly motivated to continually invest, not try to time to market, Not try to always time low buys with companies, but to keep putting as much money in as aggressively as possible. And I see these numbers and metrics go up like crazy. The amount of passive income grows crazy, and it's not just me. There's so many people using this software on the Discord that say the same thing, that it's motivating, and they share their graphs, and I see the same thing with theirs. It goes up year over year like crazy. So it's a lot of fun. You can try it out for free by joining the Patreon. Once you join the Patreon, you register an account at qualtrim.com, use the same email that you used for Patreon, and then you can try it out. And be sure, if you are on the website, you can use that as well. But we do have an iOS app, and soon we'll have an Android app. So we'll get that as well. But this is under development. We're going to have much more features in the future. Let me know what you think on the Discord. And if you have any troubles with it, just send me a direct message on the Discord or hit the little help button on the website and we'll help you out.